Now, very, very quickly, let's go to the importance of writing in academia. So, academia talks about in the academic world, okay? Importance of writing in the academic world. So, writing is a fundamental skill in academia. In the academic world, when you want to pass knowledge across, you want to inform, you want to write a report of a research and all of that, you must be able to put it into writing. That is what academic writing is about. So, serving as the primary means of communication, knowledge dissemination, intellectual engagement. Academic writing is essential for students, for researchers, for scholars, and it enables them to pass on knowledge. Okay? It enables them to articulate ideas clearly, present arguments logically, contribute to their respective fields of study. In academia, writing is not merely a tool for assessment, but a medium through which critical thinking, research, and scholarly discussions take place. Alright? It is an indispensable component of academia, playing a crucial role in knowledge creation, critical thinking, ethical communication. Now, writing as a tool for knowledge creation and dissemination. One of the primary roles of writing in academia is the creation and dissemination of knowledge. Can you get that? Creation, they are creating knowledge and the dissemination of knowledge. Academic writing allows scholars to document their research findings, propose new theories, and engage with existing literature. So when they are doing academic writing, they will engage with existing literature. They will know what other people have written on that particular issue before they come out to write. So one of the primary roles of writing is the creation and dissemination of knowledge. You create knowledge, you disseminate it, you spread it. Academia allows scholars to document their research findings. So when you do a research, and this is what you discover from your research, you document it. That is academic writing. Propose new theories and then engage with existing literature. Research papers, journals, articles, and academic books contribute to the expansion of knowledge in various disciplines. Without writing, it will be challenging to share discoveries, innovations, and scholarly insights with a wider audience. So, why is it a wider audience? By the time you do your research and you write a paper and you publish it, somebody in another country, somebody in another state can have access to that same research paper you've done when they want to do research. Okay, maybe they want to come up with new theories, they can have access to what you have done in the past, and then they have a foreknowledge, and then before they go into the research, and then they come out with their observations and they put up their theories through scholarly journals, books, and digital archives. Academic writing serves as a uh, repository of human intellectual progress. Universities and research institutions rely on published works to advance education, inform policy decisions, and support further research. Consequently, academic writing is crucial in ensuring that knowledge is not lost but built upon over time. In ensuring that knowledge is not lost but built upon over time. That is what academic writing helps to do. Enhancing critical thinking and analytical skills. Writing in academia fosters critical thinking. So the first thing academic writing does is that writing is a tool for knowledge creation and dissemination. So knowledge creation and dissemination. Number two, enhancing critical thinking and analytical thinking. Analytical skills. Ability to think critically and then to analyze objectively. And analytical skills. Now, writing is in academia fosters critical thinking and analytical skills. The process of crafting an academic paper requires individuals to evaluate evidence, analyze different perspectives, and construct logical arguments. Through writing, students and scholars learn how to assess the validity of sources, synthesize information, and present well reasoned conclusions. They present conclusions. Additional writing helps in developing clarity of thought. Then academic integrity and ethical communication. Yeah. Academic writing promotes integrity and ethical communication. In scholarly work, proper citation and referencing are essential to acknowledge the contributions of the other researchers. And that is the place, that is what plagiarism means. Plagiarism is when you write, or when you take other people's work without referencing them appropriately, without adequate referencing. So, academic writing opposes the principles of transparency and accountability. Research papers and dissertations undergo rigorous peer review processes to ensure accuracy and credibility. The requirement for clear methodology, detailed analysis, and evidence based conclusions in academic writing reinforces the integrity of scholarly work. By maintaining high ethical standards, academic writing ensures that knowledge production remains credible and trustworthy. Now, effective communication and professional development. That's another reason for academic writing. Effective communication and professional development. Then standardization and objectivity in scholarly communication. Then facilitating global academic discourse. That means you can take part in global academic discourse. Developing organizational and time management skills. Yes, academic writing requires careful planning, organization, and time management. Writing a research paper or dissertation involves multiple stages, including brainstorming, researching, outlining, drafting, revising, and editing. Those are the stages that are involved when you want to write an academic paper. I repeat that: brainstorming, you start by thinking, researching, outlining, drafting, revising, and editing. Each stage demands discipline and meticulous attention to detail. Students who develop strong writing habits learn how to manage deadlines, structure their work effectively, and allocate time for revision. These skills are not only beneficial in academia but also in professional settings where clear documentation, report writing, and proposal drafting are essential. Writing instills a sense of discipline and responsibility, preparing individuals for both academic and professional success. So, even outside the academia, outside the academic world, in organizations, you are going to have to write proposals, to write reports, and all of that. So it helps in time management skills. Overview of writing as a process. Writing is a process which involves various stages to ensure clarity, coherence, and effectiveness. It has to be clear, it has to be coherent. Coherence means it aligns together. Different things you bring together must co must be coherent, must work together to make a piece. Then effectiveness. As a process, writing proceeds from thoughts, which are products of what we hear, read, observe, or share from our interaction with um, other people. The four stages of writing processes are pre-writing, drafting, revising, and editing. These are the four stages of writing an academic paper. Pre-writing, that's the first thing you do before writing. Pre-writing, this is the first stage where writers brainstorm ideas, conduct research, create outlines. It helps in organizing thoughts and structuring the content effectively before drafting begins. This stage involves a series of strategies designed to find and formulate information in writing. In this stage, writers or researchers get relevant materials. You are gathering raw materials for that write-up. Those you are gathering journals, newspapers. So these materials include books, journals, newspapers, online resources, and other public documents. Those are the things you gather together when you're about. So that is pre-writing. Then the drafting stage. In this phase, writers develop a rough version of their work based on the pre-writing stage, based on the materials you have gathered. The focus is on getting ideas down on paper without worrying about perfection. So when you are drafting, you are not worrying about perfection. You are not worrying about is it perfect. You are just putting down your ideas that you have gathered from your research, from the materials you have consulted. Then revising. The stage involves reviewing and refining the drafts for clarity, coherence, and logical flow. Writers may rearrange paragraphs. So at this stage of revising, you might need to rearrange paragraphs, strengthen arguments, refine language to improve readability. Maybe this one should come before this, so that it can be logical. Okay. All right. So it could be logical. It has to follow a specific sequence. Editing, the final stage, focuses on correcting grammar, punctuation, and spelling errors. Editing ensures that the writing adheres to academic standard and is free of technical flaws. Common challenges in writing and how to overcome them. Number one, writer's block. When there is a kind of mental block, you are not getting anything to write. You have exhausted what you know. Now, this occurs when a writer struggles to generate ideas or start writing. Overcoming writer's block involves free writing, brainstorming, setting small writing goals to ease into the process. Engaging in reading or discussing topics with peers can also help stimulate ideas. So you read, engaging in reading and discussing topics with peers, with your friends. Then another challenge is lack of clarity and coherence. So they can ask you to write on the challenges, common challenges in writing and how to overcome them. So the writer's block is a challenge. How do you overcome them? Do just random writing, okay? Read, then discussion with peers. Then lack of clarity and coherence, when what you have written are not coherent, they are not aligning together, they are not clear. Okay, writing that lacks clarity can confuse readers. To improve coherence, writers should create outlines before drafting and ensure logical progression between ideas through effective paragraph transitions. Reading the work aloud can also help identify unclear sections. So you need to first write an outline. There are some supervisors, in fact, supervisors are meant to ask you to bring your outline first before you start developing. So that outline will tell you which one should come first, which one should come next, like that, like that, like that. That's your outline. So lack of clarity and coherence happens when you don't outline your work properly. Poor grammar and syntax. Errors in grammar, punctuation, and sentence structure can weaken an argument. Using grammar checking tools, proofreading, seeking feedback from peers or mentors can help improve language accuracy. Enrolling in writing workshops can also enhance grammar proficiency. Difficulty in structuring ideas, that's another one. When you cannot structure your ideas, then plagiarism is a major challenge. Plagiarism, many students struggle with proper citation and referencing. Are you saying now proper citation and referencing? There is nothing you want to write that somebody has not written on before, so there is actually nothing new under the sun. But when you cite correctly, right, you reference correctly that okay, this person owns the original work, or this is an idea from this person's work, then you are covered. So plagiarism, many students struggle with proper citation and referencing. Learning citation styles, using plagiarism detection software, and paraphrasing correctly can help avoid unintentional plagiarism. Keeping track of sources during research is also essential. You need to keep track of your source. So as you read this material, whatever you get from there, you put pen it down and write the source. Write the material you got it from. You're reading another material, get your ideas from them and write the source so that you can reference effectively. Then you have time management is also an issue. Procrastination and poor time management can lead to rushed writing. Setting deadlines, breaking tasks into manageable chunks, and following a writing schedule can help maintain productivity. Following a writing schedule. Now, sentence structures and grammar basics. What are the sentence types? A simple sentence, compound sentence. A simple sentence contains only one clause, which is an independent one. Therefore, there is only one subject and one feeling verb in a simple sentence. Example of simple sentence: James found the book on the table beside the bed. But a compound sentence contains at least two main clauses. The girl looked my way and smiled, but I paid her no attention. That is a compound. Two sentences, two clauses. Okay? But complex sentence, in a complex sentence, there is only one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Example: if you are available, do not come until I say so. Compound complex. So there is simple sentences, types of sentences. Types of sentences they can ask you to write on it. Simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, then compound complex. What is compound complex? It contains at least two main clauses and at least one subordinate clause. Two main clauses, one subordinate clause. Now, below are three common grammar errors and strategies to avoid them. Sentence fragments. A sentence fragment is an incomplete sentence that lacks the that lacks a subject or a complete verb. To avoid fragments, ensure each sentence expresses a complete thought. The run-on sentences. Run-ons occur when two independent clauses are improperly joined. The subject-verb agreement, that is concord. There has to be subject-verb agreement. The subject and verb in a sentence must agree in number. When you are using singular verb, it has to be followed, or singular nouns or singular subject has to be followed by singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. For example, incorrect. The results of the experiment was surprising. The results is plural. You now said was. So was is singular. Should be were. So the correct is the results of the experiments were surprising. That is concord. Then paragraph development, which is the last part. How do you develop your paragraph? A paragraph is a group of related sentences inked on one main idea. What are the features of a paragraph? Unity, it must unify, it must be unifying. Okay, unity, coherence, completeness. What is unity? A good paragraph contains just one main idea around which the other sentences in the paragraph revolve. Just so there's unity. Everything in that paragraph is talking about that first main sentence. All right, not that you have two or three ideas in one. That is not unity, not unifying. Coherence deals with the extent to which the ideas flow. So all the ideas you have in the paragraph, they must bind together. Sentences should flow logically with clear connections between ideas. One might get the main idea and the supporting ideas correctly, but once they are not arranged in a logical manner, the whole of a paragraph gets muddled up. So you have to arrange your ideas in logical manner, and you also need to arrange your paragraphs logically. Then transitional words and logical flow. I spoke about transitional words in the first video. Additional, like furthermore, in when you want to put an addition to what you're saying, you can say furthermore, in addition, moreover. When you are talking about comparison or contrast, you can say however. On the other hand, while conversely, cause and effect, therefore, as a result, consequently. Then conclusion, in summary, in conclusion, to conclude, ultimately, in the final analysis. So those are transition words. Then finally, parts of a paragraph. What are the parts of a paragraph? The subtopic sentence, the supporting details, and the topic sentence and the supporting details. Those make up the paragraph. The topic sentence is the first sentence. The topic sentence introduces the main idea. The topic sentence is described the most important element in a paragraph as it houses the main idea in the paragraph. Supporting details are there to support your topic sentence. Alright, so listen to this, watch these videos, and then you will have a better understanding of the subject of the topic.